Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Vesna here and I'm making for you today a joy sign wreath. So welcome and let's get started. I'm really excited to show you my version of this joy wreath. Got this idea somewhat from Glue Guns and Roses, but I tweaked it to be my own. So what I'm doing is using these two wreath forms, and they are the candy cane wreath forms, and I'm going to be using the Dollar Tree garland as well. So you'll need two garlands and two of these wreath forms, as well as just a normal round wreath form or anything that you have round that's kind of like a wreath. So I'm just pulling the garland through the first one, and then I just wrap the rest of them all around. I do it on the first one and I twist it around like just at the top, and then I just wrap it around so it covers the entire wreath. Now this is not quite one full garland. I had cut off maybe, I don't know, like 10 inches off of this for another project that I was doing, so it's missing a little bit, so I apologize for the awkward angle of this, but it was a little bit difficult to, just with the space that I have, to show you this so that you could see the entire process, because I'm twisting and turning it, wrapping it around, but you get the idea. I'm wrapping it all around until I get to the very top, and then again I twist it around the top, and I'll just speed it up here. And here's the J completed. Again, really easy and inexpensive way to make this. So if you're brand new to my channel, I just wanted to welcome you, and if you're returning, obviously welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. My channel is full of budget-friendly DIYs, Dollar Tree, thrift flips, all sorts of trash to treasures, anything that I can make on a budget. I do it on here. I kind of have a rustic farmhouse style, so if that's the kind of stuff you like, make sure you consider subscribing. If you haven't, hit that like button, and it's important to hit that notification bell 2 times so that you get all of the notifications whenever I post a new video. In the new year, I will be making a set schedule. I'm thinking it'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let me know what you guys like, which days you like watching YouTube the most, in the comments below. And I will try to see if that fits with my work schedule, and maybe I can post on those days, because I mean the goal is for as many people to enjoy these videos as they can. So thank you so much, and let's continue on with the next letter. For the Y, I will also be using the candy cane form. However, I'm going to be cutting it so that I can make the Y. So what I need to do is right at the bottom, kind of where it meets the other part of like the end of the Y, I'm just going to cut it so that I can make a Y. So as you can see, I'm just, like I said, so that both sides, it looks like a U once you cut it, so but both sides are even, so that's where you want to cut it, so it, like wherever the candy cane starts, like the neck, and then ends. So there you go. That's what I mean. I'm not explaining it well, but you can see now. And then I'm going to join these together. I am using some hot glue, but I also wind up using twist ties because it just doesn't hold it the way I'd like it to hold when I'm twisting it and turning it to wrap um, the garland around. So I tried the hot glue. It wasn't doing what I needed it to do, so I'm going to do the twist ties, and you can add hot glue if you'd like to, just to kind of give it another more secure hold, but this does a really good job. So I'm just adding a couple twist ties and making them as tight as I can. And then that'll give me the Y shape. So like I said, like a really easy DIY today. And again, I'm going to wrap the garland the same way. So I'll start with the tops and then I'll do the bottom. I will cut it off and then continue. I'm just going to speed it up again because you don't need to hear me talking about how I'm doing this. But yeah, so you can see I also just added it here, but it didn't really do too much. So the twist ties were a better option. And that is it for the Y. Then you just want to adjust it, making sure that you kind of cover all of the metal parts of it. And before I show you guys the O and the final product, I just wanted to quickly say that this video is a part of a challenge hosted by the DIY Mummy. If you have not seen her channel, it is one fantastic channel. She's a really inspirational lady. She's very creative, and I will have her channel linked in my description below, as well as the playlist. This playlist never disappoints, so make sure you check everyone out. And for the O, I opted, now you could use anything that you can find. I opted to use one of these green wreath forms, also from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to be using the burlap ribbon and just wrapping it around this wreath form. It gives me like a break from the green. Now you could, I've seen, this is where the twist was. The video that I saw used like a wreath already made out of like the garland, but like I think she bought it somewhere already done. So for mine I used this because I wanted to break up the green a little bit. So I'm just going to hot glue the first part, and then I'm going to twist it around just until I get it so it doesn't show the green. And so leaving the ribbon as is, I felt that it wasn't done, so the wreath as is, I felt like it wasn't done, so I wanted to add some of this Dollar Tree ribbon. And I'm just going to be making my version of a bow. We've talked about this in my other videos, you've watched them, so I make my own version of bows. So I'm just going to cut as much as I think I need. I'll cut a few pieces. Basically, I just hot glue the bow to the wreath. Now, I kind of contemplated, did I want the O to kind of hang from the J? But then I decided I did not. So I'm just creating this bow, and I'm going to speed it up because you don't need to watch the whole process. But I will be hot gluing these pieces together because I'm not liking the way it looks when you just tie it like a shoelace. So after I finished the bow to the way that I liked it, I contemplated putting in some pine cones, but then decided against it. And here are the versions. So I have three versions of it completed. So here's the first one with an addition of berries that are spread apart and the Y being tilted. Then I thought this was kind of cute, but then I also thought if you just didn't want it tilted and want it straight, because I know there's people who have preferences, that would be one way to do it. Or clumped berries together like these, or without it like this one. Do let me know which one you like the best. Number 3 without, number 2 clumped, or number 1 um, scattered. Thank you so very much for watching. Have an excellent day. Check out my recommended videos and also check out the playlist and the host. Thanks. Have an excellent day and don't forget to subscribe.